Cool. So today I have Omotola here, and we're just going to kind of talk about an update on the things that she has going on. She recently actually got an offer letter, and it is for how much again?
What's fine? Oh, the recent?
Yes, the recent one.
Oh, that one, it's a little funny, but yeah, 90 an hour
Mhm.
technically. So for the first two tasks, I think it's like 1800. So if you complete that, and then afterwards you get converted to like pretty much 90 an hour, and then you can get like bonuses, all this and that. But it's a contract position. That's why it's kind of like set up that way.
Okay, okay. And then I know you got an offer letter, I think like what, 6 months ago? I can't remember.
Yeah, four-ish month. No, I take it back. Yeah, three. I started 3 months ago.
Okay. And
Got it. Yeah, four.
how's that job?
Mhm.
How's that job been for you? Like, how's it been? Do you feel like the stuff you learned in the program was useful to what you're doing now? Like, kind of talk about that experience.
No, I think like everything's useful between what I learned in program first as well as like what I just do professionally as a whole. I didn't like, completely like pivot on that end. So I yeah, just use my strengths, but also what I learned in the program as well to kind of help, yeah, get this position. Um, yeah, overall, I think it is great experience. Yeah, just me being authentic and being real. At the moment, I don't really have the story of like, getting this position and then it's like, oh, I only work 2 hours a day. Nah,
Mhm, mhm,
I'm working. So
mhm,
it is very busy, but that's because the company I joined, they have a lot going on, which can be a positive. Like I've mentioned, the experience is great and it's amazing on that end,
mhm,
me being able to really hone in on my skills and being in the position that I am in, so I'm extremely grateful. And like I said, the pay increase is great, so that's
mhm.
helped a lot as well within my life. So
You probably feel like you, because when I was making, I went from 55K to 135, and I literally felt like I have so much money coming in, I don't know how much, I don't know how to spend everything. So I don't know if you have that same feeling, but uh,
No, because I'm an adult, and
um,
yeah. Also, I recently got engaged, so I'm thinking about how to pretty much save
ah,
for, yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you. But yeah, wedding costs, all that fun stuff. So no, the money is going towards savings,
You got some big bills.
investing, huh?
Yeah. I see you got some big bills.
Right, pretty
Okay.
much.
Okay.
But I'm grateful that I can pay the big bills now because that was the whole point of the program. So I'm
And so,
very,
and so I want to talk about that. Like, what do you feel like
yeah.
would have happened? What were you doing before? And in terms of like the income you were making before, kind of talk about that in terms of like, where do you think, your life would be if you still had that same role? Would you, would it kind of be like, kind of talk about that a little bit. What were you doing?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, as mentioned, like I was already like in the current space, and technically I just wasn't where I wanted to be
Okay.
on that end. As well as, hadn't developed some of the skills that I have now. So I really wanted to like upskill as well as, get into a better position. So that's kind of
And
where.
then, and then
Mhm.
what was your role before? Was it data engineering?
Mm-mm. We'll just say it was still within like analytics adjacent. So I'm like observability right now, but working with like AWS, other than that. So there was still alignment there.
And so what
Um
was the job title you were doing before?
that's I was a consultant before. Like, well, I was in the consulting space before.
Okay.
So yeah, I know for consulting job titles differ a lot.
Yeah.
So depending on what you do.
And then what was
But
I know you said you wanted more. What did that look like for you at the time when you were like searching? Because I think you saw one of my ads on Instagram. And so like
yeah,
what were you looking for before at that time?
yeah. I was just looking for what space could now I'm gonna but what space could provide the most I'll just say value in my life, as well as eventually where I'm not working. or I'm still earning, but not maybe possibly just not working as much
Hmm.
long term, or has opportunities and growth for that long term.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So, and like I said, I definitely think I've found that, and within the program, at least from a financial trajectory, where it's at least it's setting me up to where I want to be.
Hmm.
So yeah, like I said, it's definitely a path forward. So I'm grateful in that area.
You had said something I want to touch on. So specifically, I was making $489,000 a year, and I was working anywhere from like 2 or 3 hours a day on average. To be honest, it was a little bit
Mm,
lower than that. But Jalen, he actually got his first job making 115, and he was working like a lot. And so
mm,
I told him, in same thing I tell the students in the program, if you work for a company where the environment is like busy, you're going to be working, right? And so, you want to be able to position, and so you don't really have that much control in terms of like, hey, I'm going to work this company, I'm not going to work that much. But what you can do is, once you do have a role, and this is what some people do, they go and look for other roles and they kind of get a gauge on what's the bandwidth, what's the average work that they do. I was
mm.
lucky enough to the first couple of roles I got, we weren't really working that much. It was gov tech is pretty slow. And so, but as opposed, if there's certain companies that you want to avoid, right? If you're working for like a FANG company like Netflix or Meta, you're going to be working a lot. And so, it's about kind of finding that balance in terms of,
Right.
um, you know, okay, let me work this job. Let me look at the bandwidth. For Jalen, I said, hey, this is a good opportunity. And I'm glad you brought that up because you're learning so much. You're getting more skills. You're
Yeah.
getting more experience. You're leveling up like a video game. And now you can use that experience to actually leverage that to get
Oh yeah,
another offer, right? And so,
yeah,
um,
definitely.
that's the advice I gave to Jalen. Last month, he got two offer letters. I don't know if you saw it
So
on the Wins channel, but he was able to leverage that skill set from that job, and now he's able to get two offer letters, and he's going to gauge the bandwidth from those two as well. And so, yeah, it's not always going to be, the first couple of jobs you get, you're working less. For me, it was like that. But some people, that's not the case, and it's just learning much as possible, and then pivoting if you do want to.
yeah, no, as I mentioned, for me, like, yeah, no, I'm definitely like excited to be where I'm at now because it's not where I was at a couple months ago. So,
Do you feel like your
but yeah,
life,
but I,
what part of
mhm.
your life do you feel like this changed? Like, do you feel like you have more breathing room in terms of like finances? Like what part of life has changed the most?
I'll say, huh. Darn, sometimes I'm like really terrible with speaking in a
Yeah,
manner
no
that's
rush.
not like straightforward. I'm a little bit more like when it comes to like the like working space, like I feel like I can always get another opportunity.
Mm.
So,
You feel like that because of the skill sets that you now have that you
yeah.
didn't have before?
Yeah, so I definitely feel like so even though some people and this was like somewhat of a worry of mine before where I was just like, oh well, if I get laid off or something like that, I have concerns on that end. But now there's a part of me that's just like, well, if I get laid off, kind of like, well,
You
fuck
could
you too,
you could
so
get another job.
pretty much. So, because I still have people reaching out to me. And one, it's just again, it's been kind of busy on that end. So it's not like I don't see the opportunities are there, like
And
because
these
they
are
are, and there's,
these
and
are
even I guess,
I was gonna say
I, I'm
these are six-figure roles that's reaching out to you.
most likely, yeah. I mean, like I said, even this one per se, I got like I said, I wasn't applying, but they reached out and they're just like, "Hey, we got this contract role. Are you interested?"
So
And I thought it kind of fit perfectly, huh?
they reached out to you for this. I think it's like what 180,000, like $90 an hour.
It's 90 an hour, but it's quote unquote like part time, so I don't know if like considered, but
Uh,
there are opportunities to like get more like hours or areas such as that. So it's yeah. But so I don't really know what that long term is going to equate to. I just know it's 90 an
yeah.
hour.
So depending on the hours that you work per week, that's what you'll get paid.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And
Quote
so
unquote. Yeah.
So you have that, before you didn't really have that confidence. And a lot of people, so the reason why I'm bringing this up is a lot of people, are in that position where they don't really have that skill set to get another role if they were to get laid off for a six-figure remote position. And I want to highlight this because that's where you were before in the past. And what you did was you were able to go through a blueprint step by step to be able to learn the skill set. And I tell my students, I tell people, don't focus so much on the offer letter, focus so much on the skill set. Because now for you, you have that confidence. You can get people reaching out to you for six-figure positions. You're able to communicate effectively on these interviews. You're able to identify the problems that they have. And on the interviews, you're talking about the problems. I mean, you're talking about the solution to their problems. You're able to position yourself as one of the top candidates, which is a skill set. And so, with everything that I just said in terms of those skills, do you honestly feel like you have that skill today?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. On that end, yeah, especially considering for me, like where I started to where I am now, definitely feel like it's easier to not only position myself to get more roles, but actually like go through the process. And obviously, not everyone's gonna be a winner, but there's a higher chance
Percentage.
of, yeah, of getting the role afterwards. And for me, also, it's also learning experience as to just learning what I do want, what I don't want, all this and that long term. So yeah, and in that to kind of go back to finances because money's important. Yeah, with that, with like I said, even with this role, like part of the reason, well, my goal is to have fuck you money, but I've been able to at least build up to the point where you get if I do lose like a job or whatever in the moment, it's not detrimental to it's not as financially impacting. So
You have the skill set to make more money.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. And I want to talk about um I want to like anybody that's watching this video, like the reality is this stuff is possible, right? Omotola did not have this skill set before. She was not making, I don't think you were making six figures before, were you?
I wasn't all the way there, a little bit underneath it.
Okay, so she
At
was,
least, but I don't be considering it only because it's pre-tax. Like, yeah, after
yeah.
taxes and everything, I'm like, yeah.
And so, she was able to now reach an income that most people don't have, and it's amazing. And now she almost, well, I don't know about double, but let's just say she's able to add more money to what she's already making, right? The
It's
first,
double pre-taxes. It's not double after taxes, but we'll say that.
would you say you're above 250 or 250 range?
I mean, for the first, yeah, I'll just put numbers. For first position, 180 with depending on how long I stay there. If I stay there for a year, I think there's a 15% bonus. And then for this one, it depends. I'm not too sure where this will go hourly, but I don't think
Yeah.
I'll reach the 250, but I might not be too far off.
Okay. And so almost a quarter mil, let's say 200 to be conservative, but it's this stuff is not really common. And the crazy part is what I tell people, especially my students, this is like a cheat code. It's like playing Grand Theft Auto. It's like playing GTA and then you start the video game and you put the cheat code in and you get all the guns, right? Because you're learning a step-by-step skill set to be able to get these results. But I want to emphasize, and I don't ever want to sell a dream, this is not the only way that this is going to be possible is if you put in the work. So Omotola, you were
Agree.
you I remember you were putting in hours to into the blueprint. You went outside the program and build your own story format of like the interviewing in terms of
Oh
articulating
yeah.
into your own way, right? Like you are an outlier. You are the person that went above and beyond, and so you got above and beyond results, right? And so it's not something like, oh, it's going to happen overnight. It's not like a quick rich scheme type of thing. If that's something that you're interested, like please click off the video. This is not for you. But for anybody that's interested in a step-by-step blueprint, go ahead and click the first link in the description below and apply, and we'll see if we're a good fit, right? But I want to emphasize this because a lot of people, number one, don't realize that this stuff exists. Number two, they don't really have somebody showing them step by step. We just actually onboarded somebody named David yesterday, and he had his cousin kind of showing him cloud stuff. But he has kids, he has two jobs working as a cloud engineer. He doesn't have the time. And so everything is kind of all over the place. And so he joined the program because he wanted something that was step by step. So some people just don't have that blueprint. And so I want to highlight you because you're the person that's gotten results. You were where you were before. A lot of people are there. And, I want them to be able to see you and to say, okay, this stuff is actually possible.
Oh,
And
definitely.
you don't have like two heads, right? You don't have like two brains. You're not like like Elon Musk, like a genius, right? And you just really wanted it. And so I want to emphasize that and really give hope to people out there. Like this stuff is possible. You don't have to join my program. You can join somebody else's, but I want to highlight that this skill set does exist and it is a skill set that changed my life and is changing my students. Has this changed your life, would you say, this skill set?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. On that end, like I said, well, part of the reason I don't remember the reference to it, but pretty much struggle kind of forces you to be better or to, want to, improve your life. So yeah, so this has definitely taken me from a point where like it was at least on the financial end, where it was like consistent concern and worry to at least having like
Security.
like breathing room, we're less concerned. So I definitely think, as well as, like I said, the environments that I'm in are also improved as well, and connections that I'm gaining and all of that. So I definitely think, or definitely know that this has improved the trajectory of, yeah, my life as a whole. So
Do you feel like do you feel like you have a skill set that gives you like security in terms of income?
yes, for now, yes.
Do you feel like with this skill set, as long as there's computers and cloud, even AI is creating more opportunities
Oh
for
yeah,
cloud engineers because AI lives in the cloud and cloud engineers manage
agree.
cloud servers. But do you feel like, you know, for as long as there's a computer and AI, you have the ability to always make money?
Yeah, I'd say that definitely. And yeah, and not only like having, I guess it's part of the skill set, but having that willing and ability to continue not only to learn and grow, but pivot if needed. I mean, you brought it up even with like cloud and AI, like things are going to change. But if you develop the skills to continue to, again, to upskill or to change your path when needed, then yeah, then you're, even if you go down, you're not going to stay down for long. And yeah.
Do you feel like I taught you that in the program in terms of like troubleshooting, the ability to learn, to search, stuff like that? So like if things were to change, you can adapt.
I believe I kind of had that before on my own. Hence the reason, I joined the program and I was like, all right, I need to change. But at the same, I definitely think I learned how to use AI. I might be able to improve my skills in using AI through the program, definitely.
Yeah.
Because yeah, and once you like think about it, just like, oh well, that's actually like easy. But sometimes it's hard. Like even though it's easy and simple, you don't really connect the dots until someone actually shows you. So I definitely think the program helped in that way. I was just like, oh, okay.
It's like those connecting the dots. It's like up, down, left, right, square, square, circle, L1, R1. It's like, oh, it's just clicking buttons, like a cheat code. But someone,
Right, yeah.
hey, yes, up, down, left, right, X, Y, X, Y. And so, yeah, I really like to make these videos because there's people that watch these videos and they get inspired. They either like figure this out on their own. I don't know what happens because I don't, they're not a student, or some people they join the program like Chris or like Isaac or just different people, and they have amazing results. And so, anybody that's watching this video, if you actually go to my Instagram, it's going to be linked in the description below, and click on the highlights. You can see just a decent amount of successful students. It's not everyone, but you'll be able to see, the success that they have, and it's from this step-by-step blueprint. It's not rocket science. It's just someone showing you step one, step two, step three, step four. But it's not just that. Mixed with that is the identity and the commitment that you have to have. Like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to commit to this process. Step one, step two, even if you join the program, don't just accept anybody, but we accept people that's committed. This is what I'm going to do, step one, because we can give you the steps, but if you're not committed, you're not going to do it. And so,
Okay.
yes, these results are amazing, but I'm not going to sell you a dream. It's not going to happen for you if you don't put in the work or commit, right? And so please do not, click the link. Do not join the program if that's not for you. That's okay. Right? You don't have to join the program. There's YouTube University. There's other programs, but it's me specifically. I'm looking for people that was in my shoes, that was looking for a step-by-step blueprint, that tried YouTube and it didn't work, that tried other programs and it was honestly not that good. Do you feel like you have everything you need? Like you don't have to go outside this program to get the results that you got?
I mean, I'm the type of person where I'm always learning and, and I'm always and yeah, I'm always doing like, if I'm being honest, I'm always doing one program or another. Do I feel like so far has been the most beneficial one? Yes.
Do you feel
But I'm
like it?
always, only because I know what I need. I'm the type of person where I kind of need things in the time box. So like kind of doing different things helps with that, especially when it comes to learning.
Okay.
Um, so do I feel like I need another program? No, I probably still take other programs because I want to continue to learn and grow, obviously. But that's because that's who I am.
Yep.
So that yeah. Some people may not need that, but that's what I need. So yeah.
Okay. And that's key. Always learn, like especially as a cloud engineer, you have to keep on learning. I mean, there's things coming out every day, every month. So like at the end of the day, it's the core concepts like CI/CD, right? IA2, like it's just a different software, a different tool doing the same thing, like Terraform, Pulumi, right? Or like CloudFormation, that's
Definitely.
IA2, or Jenkins or GitLab CI and stuff like that. It's the same concept, but just different tool. And so,
Yeah.
industry best practices, what's the industry using? And so you just adapt to the market. But
Yeah.
I want to make this quick. Is there
Hmm.
anything you want to give to anybody that's listening to this? Like, what is like a 1% gem that you would give to anybody listening? So, a 1% gem is just something tangible that they can use to get them closer to their goal. And typically, anybody listening to this, they want to get somewhere, closer to like a financial goal related. So, what's anything that you want to share that will help them
Oh,
along their journey?
yeah. I mean, I had people reach out or I had some people like reach out to me even from the program. Normally my like go-to is like, fail fast, fail forward. Not don't be afraid to fail. And I know I've said that, and I still 100% feel like that's important. I'd also say like keep going because I feel like a lot of people, even when they join the program, they don't see the results that some other people, because there's some people who get results in like a month or two, and and that's amazing. That's not my story. Slash, that's not always, the story of others. So it's just like don't quit on yourself, because if you do quit, then you'll never reach the goal
Hmm.
that you want. However, you keep going, there's at least hope, there's light, there's, potential there. And I think you've said it before, you say it a lot actually, in the sense of like everything works. Like it depends on what you put your time to. And well, again, will your results look like somebody else? No, but if you keep putting the time and the focus there and you actually believe, and that's another thing, you actually have to believe that this is going to work out. Because once you believe it's going to work out, then that's where you're going to put your time and your effort, and you're going to keep reiterating and keep improving and keep doing all these things to get you to where you need to be. But as you mentioned, you also have to have that mindset and
Wow.
believing that it's going to work out. So
I'm not gonna lie, you
keep.
sound like I think you need to start teaching. You need to come to the Sunday coaching call because I mean that's really good. I think that's like at like the best 1% gem I've heard from all my students with these testimonial videos. But like it was really good. What you just said was honestly, you can apply that to anything. You can go to cybersecurity, like you can go to anywhere. And so one of my mentors, he had said this. He was like, a lot of people think like courses like they're scams, but we actually scam ourselves. Now there's some
Mm.
courses that are really dog shit and they're not good and they just it's not good. But for the most part, we scam ourselves because we give up too early.
Yeah, I agree.
And, and then we give up too early and then we blame the course and then we join another and then somebody joins another one. And I used to do this myself. I used to join another course. I gave up too early and I'm like, "Yo, this doesn't work." No, it's not. It doesn't work. I didn't work. And so
Mm,
that belief that, hey, this is going to work, right? And then having that belief, you're going to do it longer. You're going to put more time and energy into it until it does work. It has to work or it has to work. There's no other option.
I agree.
And so that's the mindset that I have with anything. And honestly, it's the mindset that you have to have because even when you get to a roadblock, and you will with anything,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
You overcome it because you have that belief that it's going to work, and you're not just going to give up.
I
And
agree.
so, thank you. That's pretty much it. If
Mhm.
there's a another yeah, that's pretty much it. Anybody
Okay.
watching anybody watching this video, if you're interested in joining the program, click the first link in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.